All right, welcome back. We're going to kind of dive on into some of our best searches, but that we've had success with ourselves and our clients, but really how to kind of dive deeper into these niches of distressed sellers and really kind of look at the data and how to best present ourselves and deploy marketing for them. The first one a lot of people go after is obviously pre-foreclosures and foreclosures, which is not bad. It's not a bad niche to go after, but it's a tough niche to go after because a lot of new investors, when they come into the game, they come after these trainings from all these different coaches online, read books and whatnot. And of course, what they always say that the easiest to go after and get the data for is people in foreclosure. But the thing is, though, dealing with homeowners in foreclosure is very sensitive. They're sensitive people, right? They can either be super angry and mad and hate what's going on in their life right now, or they're just super, super sad. There's no in between. All right. So you have to put yourselves in the shoes of a homeowner is, when they hit foreclosure or in the pre-foreclosure process, they're going to get bombarded by mailers, by ringless voicemails, and stuff like that. And so at a certain point, they're mentally drained. They're trying to find a solution, and they have all these investors, and a lot of them could be newbie investors, and a lot of them could just be sharks that aren't presenting themselves in a position to really help them or help them find a solution, but just to get their house quickly or get rid of it quickly. But still not a bad niche to go after. You just have to really figure out a good way to kind of go after them. But what we recommend is not just pull all foreclosures and start blasting them with postcards and whatnot. One, postcards might not be working. They usually don't work. It can be very wasteful. With foreclosures, their time, the clock is ticking. So you really need to do a rapid fire with them, but in a very gentle way, and in a way that's really going to help them out. That's why we like letters, 6x9 letters, because one, they get open. Not many people send 6x9 letters, especially with color, especially with like a printed envelope. Most postcards get straight to the mail, but having a 6x9 envelope letter kind of make it look like a birthday card, anniversary card. It's going to get open. If you're right, if you use the templates that we give you, part of the bonuses, if you can tell by some of the copy, it's being genuine, it's lending a hand and being helpful, not just saying, hey, we'll pay you, cash quick to get rid of your house, because they see that all the time, and they're immune to just kind of blocking it out. But let's kind of look at foreclosures and kind of filter deep. A lot of people with Propstream, they just don't really know how to look at the data or really how to kind of dig deep to really know what to go after. Everybody just goes broad. They just pull. If they go after foreclosures, they just pull all foreclosures and kind of spray. With foreclosures, if you're going to compete with all the other investors and sharks out there, you might as well dig a little bit deeper and kind of go after, concentrate your time on the important ones that you'd really want to go after, that you'd really want to either wholesale, flip, or keep for yourself. So when it comes to search, filter options, a lot of people go any. I would just pick a specific one. Either they're owner occupied or non-owner occupied, so that way you really know how to handle the homeowner when it comes to your language, or if you get on the phone or ever meet with them. So with that, we'll just kind of start with owner occupied characteristics. Let's just start with single family and condo for right now. Stay away from the others. We'll come back to this and kind of get a little bit granular on the square feet and bedrooms. MLS status, always make sure it's off market. Especially, we're searching in San Diego right now, and when it comes to foreclosures and other properties, they don't really want to compete with properties that are already on the MLS. And what we found is because everything's so competitive, a lot of people do well on the MLS, but the whole point of Propstream is to find off-market deals. So we'll go there. Foreclosure status. One thing we kind of noticed is when you do this, really make sure you actually click these boxes. And because we've noticed the data, the numbers don't quite line up if you do the search box at the top or click these boxes right here. It's going to be a little bit more accurate just by doing this. Ownership info, always make sure you put individual. Don't really want to mess with corporation-owned properties. And then, let's see here. It's kind of to look at our numbers right there. So we got 11, 1,114. It's not bad if you want to concentrate most of your marketing on this, but we kind of just want to get a little granular with our data and kind of go after properties that we specifically want to deal with. So we're going to go back to property characteristics, and I just want to go after single family. Let's say you are a flipper, not a wholesaler, or I just want to deal with properties that will, that will have more of a high demand. And let's just go with 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. I know in other states you're probably thinking, well, 2 bedrooms, that's too small a home. Well, here in San Diego, over by beach communities or more metro area, there are homes with 2 bedrooms. So we'll kind of keep it there. Square feet, I'm going to put 1,000 minimum, and then max 3,500. I don't want anything over 3,500, just because that goes past the medium home in San Diego, and most people can't afford, or the demand for homes over 3,500 square feet is very, very little. Between 1,000 and 3,500, especially here in San Diego, is pretty good. So let's go ahead and see how many we have here. We got 677. That's good to start if I want to pull that, start deploying mailers, deploying ringless voicemails. But again, they're a foreclosure. I might call them myself, maybe get a smaller list to door knock. A lot of people don't door knock anymore, and door knocking, that is a great way to convert, because while everyone else is sending spam postcards and they're getting hundreds of ringless voicemails, how many people are actually door knocking and leaving a personal note? But so next, I'm gonna kind of go look at the equity. Let me start with make sure that they have 20% equity. Brings it back to 592. Let's keep increasing that equity. Let's try 40%. Look at that, 399. That's a good list to really pull if you want to start cold calling using Mojo Dialer. Another tool that we highly recommend for best uses, especially when cold calling, Mojo Dialer. That's a really good list to go to start calling. You can do like a ringless voicemail now, send a letter now, and then follow up with a call a week from now with a more personal call. Let's see, let's go to 50%. That's really good. That's a really good niche target list to really go after and really start cold calling. One thing though is sell date. Let's see here. Let's go to ownership info. Let's make sure, with foreclosures, I think that's good. Sometimes you can also filter that we recommend is the years of ownership. Because usually if they barely had the home for a year or maybe just a year, they're going to try to work hard to try to keep it. But if they had it for more than a year, then they'll, be more willing to get rid of it. But as you can see here, 258, this is a great list to quickly, you can literally pull that right now. You can create if this is a list that you really like and you like that criteria, what you do is you just click on that. What you do is do a save search, and which I would recommend. So then that way, any property that matches that criteria, it will always pop up. You can have that search, save it over here. You can click on it. It'll tell you how many new properties match that criteria or now the search, so that you can quickly append the info, do your mailers, even call them right within here. Switch over to Mojo Dialer. So always recommend doing it as a save search, especially if you like, you have a very detailed filtered search that we have right here. Add to a list and then append it. You can easily, within minutes, deploy your ringless voicemail, send out your mailers, and then start cold calling, start door knocking, especially with a small list like this. So that's how we kind of really take our approach with foreclosures, which I highly recommend. Don't really, even though right up here in San Diego County says 2,244, if you're a foreclosure specialist and that's all you want to go after, hey, go for it. Shouldn't spray, but if you're more of a solo investor or a small team and you're very limited on your budget, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Really test out the different niches and kind of have a good spread to really see where your marketing dollar is converting and where you feel most comfortable. Again, like we said, foreclosures, people are very sensitive to handle. It could be a lot quicker to closing, but there can be also a lot more competition, especially in the industry right now with real estate investors. There's so many online coaching programs, so many, hotel events and stuff like that. A lot more new people entering the game. So there's going to be a lot more competing in the foreclosure niche. So that is the end of this video for foreclosure. In the next video, we're going to kind of go into absentees, really how to look into the data and get granular with absentees and how we kind of take our approach with that. So go ahead and watch the next one.